A Complete Unknown is James Mangold's latest biopic about musician Bob Dylan. All right, now let me get the cast out of the way of this film. All right, you have Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan. To watch him transform from a regular everyday guy to a folk music superstar to a bad boy musician is stellar. But let me tell you, Edward Norton as Pete Seeger, phenomenal. All right. He is just a Mr. Rogers type guy who is just so great. It makes me miss seeing Edward Norton in films. And then Elle Fanning as Sylvie Russo, she steals the show for me. All right. She says so much without saying anything at points. Her face says so much. Oh, she's fantastic. And then as Willie Guthrie, you have one of my all-time favorites, Mr. Scoot McNairy. Now, he can barely speak. He's sick and in the hospital, but he's giving a gut-wrenching performance for the ages. And as Joan B's Monica Barbaro, she's one tough cookie, and boy is she great. And shout out to Dan Fogler, the Hutch Touch himself, as Bob Dylan's manager or agent. Freaking great. All right, now I went into this movie not caring much about it. I thought I was going to hate it because I don't care about Bob Dylan. But by God, this movie was fantastic. Essentially, it takes place from Bob Dylan being a complete unknown, as the title hints, to a jaded music superstar. Oh man, it's beautiful. It's just a short period of time and it looks stellar. The sets are fantastic. The wardrobe is beautiful. The performances, as I said, were top notch. Now it's a little bit long. I think it's just shy of 2.5 hours. Um, but what I like about it is they don't shy away from showing the dark side, philandering, uh, drunk, asshole Bob Dylan. They show that. This movie has a lot going on, and I really enjoyed it. And the music wasn't bad either. Chalamet has a good singing voice. And even his voice going from a regular guy to I'm a Bob Dylan type of guy. Fantastic. That was a bad impersonation. I was trying to remember what he sounds like, but well, what Chalamet does is great. All right, check this movie out in theaters if you're a fan of Bob Dylan or if you're a fan of biopics. This is definitely worth checking out. And if you happen to be a fan of movie review podcasts, perhaps you could check mine out. It's called Movie Toast. News and reviews, and we're available wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, and please stay toasty.